all the way out there. Written and narrated by Lady Spookaria. Every day I stare out the window and wait for them. They said that the supplies would come months ago. There would be more than enough food and water for us, where we wouldn't need to ration anymore. It has been so long since food was so readily available. We could eat for pleasure rather than necessity. I can't remember what it was like when I wasn't hungry. My parents left a while ago to reach an outpost across the barren surface of Mars. The reason why we came here at all was, well, the government would clear all my parents' debts and pay them a good salary. Once the planet was completely terraformed, we would be leaders and be well off. Something my family have never been on Earth. A planet I can barely remember. It isn't even home to me anymore. That is, if we manage to survive somehow. I remember at first, the government of Mars would send us guards and regular supplies. Even the oxygen has to be rationed now. It is expensive, so we needed to keep it to a minimum. But my dad, he is really clever. He made a system using plants to help give us all a boost. I have to admit though, the plants, they really struggle now and then though. Before we came to Mars, we needed to take tablets and a range of other medicines in order to adapt to the new climate. It made all of us sick. But me most of all. I ended up not being able to use my legs, and it only got worse when we landed. On top of that, I got sick a year or so ago. I struggle with breathing every now and then. My gums bled and my teeth fell out. My hair fell out in bloody clumps. I kept my hair just as a memento. I keep it in a box beside my bed. My dad told me we'd need to stick them back in. My teeth, that is, not the hair. My hair will grow back. At least that's what he said. It still hasn't yet though. I don't know, they made me a wheelchair out of bits and pieces. I'd always do my best to help the rest of the family. You know, so long as my chair is with me, I can do anything and everything. And I enjoy working. I've never liked other people doing other things for me. I like being independent. So I clear out the machines of debris, keep the plants hydrated, and make sure I do everything I can to make sure the place is nice for when my parents finally come home. With my parents gone, I maintain the facility all by myself, and I keep an eye out for them to make sure I don't miss them when they come back. I miss them so much. But there were many good times. We used to sit around the kitchen table and talk about our hopes for the new colony. How we would have respect for being one of the first Martian families. I remembered when they had to set out. It was always nice. They promised they would come back for me while they packed. They needed a lot of things for the journey. They took some clothes, food, medicine, our papers, oxygen masks, and some money. The latter two were to pay the guards and to verify who they were. There are a lot of bandits now. Groups of them would randomly attack, and we'd have to drive them off. I've killed more than a couple, you know. We needed to stay safe from them. They used to attack nearly every couple of months for supplies. I can't remember when the last one was. Ever since it got hotter, their attacks have become rarer and rarer. I asked my parents back then if I should pack my things too, and they told me no. I would stay guard and protect the facility with the old gun. My parents needed the more modern ones to make sure they got to their destination safely, and I understood. Every day I would sit and look out. I'd rest my hand on the gun and wait for any sign of trouble, or any sign of my parents coming back. Every so often, I would lose focus and sip what was left of my water. They still have not come back. I miss them. They have a letter they told me to open if there is an emergency. And to only do it a month or so after they left. It has been much more than that. At least 6. I can't help but think something happened to them on the road. I hope the bandits didn't get them. Still, I wasn't going to worry until I was sure something had happened to them. Finally, curiosity got the best of me and I opened it. A sinking feeling in my heart as I did so. Lara, we are sorry. You wouldn't have survived the journey anyway. There is a single bullet in the gun. Use it on yourself and spare yourself the pain of suffocation or starvation. We're sorry we couldn't do it to you ourselves. We love you. Please forgive us. With all our love, Mum and Dad. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please check out this playlist to see other stories that I have written. This video is made with the support of my incredible Patreons and channel members. The link is in the description below if you're considering signing up. I also have merch available if you'd like to pick something up. All support is greatly appreciated. Stay safe, my little spooklings. And remember, I'll be watching you.